Hey friends, let's learn how to do pull-offs on the guitar. Now all genres of music use these and we use them in rhythm and solo playing. So we play the first exercise for you. So for our pull-off we're starting on the bottom E string and we're going to use our second finger because that's stronger than our other fingers. We do want to be able to do these on all fingers. So we're going to start with the second fret with our second finger on the bottom E string there. We're going to pick once and create two notes there. We're creating the second note by pulling off. So we play the E string and then we pull off to the open E string. Now when we're doing that, we don't just lift our finger up because the sound will just stop. We're pulling the string down and letting it flick underneath our finger. So not just lifting off, that'll just stop. Pull down and let it flick. And that's a pull-off. We're picking once and creating two notes. The second note we're doing with the pull-off. So pick the note, pull off, and remember don't just lift your finger, pull down and let the string flick from underneath you. Now with that we want to be able to do it slow and fast. We want to be able to hold that, it's an F sharp note there with the second fret. We want to be able to hold that and then do a pull off. We want to be able to do that quickly as well. So the technique stays exactly the same no matter what I'm doing there. Once you feel comfortable with that, we want to do that on all strings and you can just do 4 on each. To the B string, second fret. Now we do the same here. Now what you've got to be careful when there's a string underneath the one you're playing is not to pull down and pull on that string underneath. You don't want to and pull on both. We just want to pull that one. So we're sort of pulling down and lifting our finger off at the same time. So we're pulling down and lifting off. Then go to the G string, do the same thing. D string. Then to the A string, and then the E string. Now you'll find those lower strings a bit harder to do because the string's thicker. The bottom E is quite easy and as you go down it gets harder and harder. Now depending on your guitar, as always we can do this on acoustic and electric and it's used on both. It's going to depend how high your action is and how much you have to pull off depending on your guitar. So that's exercise 1 and then doing that on all the strings. Before we go on, if you're enjoying the lesson, please like and subscribe and say good day in the comments. We have new songs and lessons every week. You can also make a small donation on my Patreon page and that really helps me out. So let's get back into it. Now as always, it doesn't just have to be on the second fret. I can actually play any fret and pull off to the open. I can come up the neck, I can even come up to the 12th fret there. So let's do the next exercise. We're going to do it on the bottom E string again. This time we're going to put our first finger on the 5th fret. Then take your third finger and place that on the 7th fret there. Now our first finger is not going to move off that 5th fret. That's just staying there. It's similar to what the nut's doing. We're just not moving that. Now we're going to do our third finger. We're going to play that E string and pull down. Pull down and off. So we're lifting up as well. So don't just lift your finger off, the sound will stop, pull down and flick it. Once you feel comfortable with that, we can do it on each string. G string the same, D, A, and E. Now once you feel comfortable with your third finger, do exactly the same exercise but use your second finger. So we're still holding down the 5th fret on our bottom E string, but now we're going to do the 6th fret on with the second finger on the E string and pull off to that 5th fret. So you can see that first finger never moves. B string the same, G, D, A, and E. And the last one we want to do is our little finger. Now you'll find this the hardest because our little finger is normally the weakest. So again, 5th fret with our first finger. And then we're going to jump up to the 8th fret with our little finger and pull off the same. Do each string there. Now with those exercises you can try using different fingers as well. I could hold my second finger this time on the 5th fret and use my little finger to pull off, or use my third finger to pull off. Now with that I could also pull off more than one note. I could pull from the 7th to the 5th, off to the 3rd. And we use that all the time in guitar, but get those first exercises right. Now the tab for this is really easy to read as well. If I had the 7 be on the bottom E string, you'll put a capital P and we're pulling off to the 5. Or our first exercise, I'd have a 2 with a capital P to the open. So we're picking the first note, capital P, and pulling off to that second note there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this guitar lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're a beginner, I have an entire beginner's course for free on my YouTube channel. Just go to my playlists and open the beginner's guitar course. So I hope to see you soon.